We'll bring this meeting to order, and I'm going to turn it over to Jeannie.
Welcome to the March 15th meeting for the Heritage Preservation. I'd like to have a nomination for chair. Do
I'll nominate Deb Zahn.
I have a nomination for chair? And do I have a nomination for chair? All in favor of having Deb Zahn being chair, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion has been carried.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Now we will have a nomination for vice chair. I nominate Jeannie Leoty.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. And now we'll have an election or a nomination for secretary.
The two new individuals, I know John's aware of it. By charter and by our commission bylaws, we have to have a secretary. Whoever gets it, you don't have to do anything. Actually, one of the receptionists upstairs will take the minutes off as they're filming. It's just a position we have to have filled on the board. You don't have to worry about
If I don't have to do
taking
anything,
minutes at the meeting or
I
doing
love
anything.
things. I mean, just kidding, but no, I'll take it. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right, I'll nominate Dan Backer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Dan Backer is our new secretary. By the way, we should probably make some introductions that some people might not know who is who. Do you want to go around the table and introduce yourself, please? You want to start, Dave?
Dave Christian, Ward 1 City Councilor Representative.
Al Stabino, I live at 200 South German.
Dan Backer, I live at 422 South State Street.
Deb Zahn, I live at 2121 Center Street.
Jeannie Leedy at 1114 South Payne.
And John Schladweiler at 111 North Washington.
Thank you. Can I have approval for the minutes from July 20th, 2020's meeting?
I approve the meetings from July.
I'll second them.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Now we're going to go to design review. Elwood?
All right, and in your packets, we have a design review for 211 North Minnesota for Justin and Kelsey Fredrickson. The storefront is the Painted Lady. And they're looking at replacing the windows on the upstairs. Right now, they have double hungs with 3/3 lights on the top sash. They're looking at replacing those with a non-openable sash with a mullion through the center to give it the double hung look, but just open panes on the top and the bottom. And in your packet, there's a cut of what the window will look like. They're going to be black anodized aluminum with the wood wrapped around it, the windowsill. And the back of the packet gives you your dimensions. What they're looking at is 72-inch rough opening, 34-inch rough opening for the windows that they're replacing. And in one of those pictures of the existing windows up there, so the Social, the Painted Lady, and Master Graphics are all in that same storefront, same building. But as you can see, the Social there, the windows would look very similar to that with just the open pane, but not openable sashes. They would just be a solid sash.
But this is just for the Painted Lady and not the other two?
Just for the Painted
Okay.
Lady, correct.
So there will only be 4?
Yeah, I believe there's 4. Yep, there's 3 in the big room and 1 in the closet, yep. Can you say that again tonight?
Want to come up here, Justin?
So yes, there'll be 4 windows up there total that would be replaced.
Now we were talking, you said anodized bronze?
The anodized would be black. The storefront has been painted black.
Okay.
I think that was approved last time. So just so it matched the rest of the building that's been painted. And then they said that it's very similar from the street. The black anodized is, you can't really tell a difference from the dark brown anodized, is what they told me at Bush Glass. So there's very little difference between them the way it sounds, but
Anybody have any discussion? Any more questions for Mr. Frederickson?
I think they look pretty good.
Does somebody want to make a motion to approve?
Also move.
So move. Second?
I'll second it.
All right. Thank you.
perfect. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
And now we'll have the city report.
No, vote on them, vote on
Better
the
vote
motion.
on it, yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Elwood, got your city report?
Not a whole lot going on. Still working on Herman Monument, trying to figure out what our best approach is there to move forward and try to get some more information on the structure itself. We met with a couple different engineers and a shoring engineer, and they had some different ideas of just do some core drilling on some spots and seeing what they're coming up with and be able to see inside a little bit better with up to 6-inch or 12-inch core drills. Waiting on a proposal for that to see how much that's going to cost. But still trudging away on that. George's may be coming up here soon for demolition, possibly. We're meeting with the county here at the end of the month to see what their take is on it, how they want to move forward. So that may be coming in the next month, couple months, coming in front of you. That's all I've got.
I got one question now. You know where we're at with the national park designation up there? Should be getting close now. Do you know where we're at with the national park designation? How close are we?
I don't think it's been even submitted yet.
Okay.
And from my understanding, the National Park Service is so backed up that I don't know if we'd even be in the mix on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you, Elwood. And I have absolutely nothing to report at this moment. Anybody else want to talk about something?
What I had just asked the building official, what I was talking about was Herman Monument. We were trying to put in to the National Park Service to actually be a nationally designated, which would have made us eligible to put in for grants,
Oh, okay.
because we're looking at a lot of money to fix him.
Right?
It's already nationally
Yeah.
registered. They're looking for national landmark status.
Okay.
Difference.
The National Registry, I don't think there's a lot of difference from what we can disseminate from the information. It gets you some more press out there, but it doesn't really open up any more pools of money. It's still the same pools as far as we can tell.
Okay.
You may get a little more status when you're applying for the grants, that you're a national landmark national landmark instead of just a national designated historical site.
Okay,
That's what we can kind of get out of it right now. I know their goal was to, at some point, once you get that, then it's national park is the next step, and then it would be federally owned and stuff, but I don't see that
I don't,
transpiring with this site.
no,
Um,
okay.
But the landmark status, possibly.
'Cause didn't we all, just for the new people on the board, at one time you've been dealing with how many different engineers and whatnot, historic preservation people and whatnot. Didn't one of them actually make the comment that you might be better off disassembling it and starting over?
Well, we've approached the State Historical Society on different things, and one of the approaches was to take Herman off, disassemble the monument itself in a way to keep what is good that could be reused. So like if there's any of the brick up on the upper dome, which may or may not be there, but the 10 columns around would probably be salvageable, more than likely, the center column, and just disassemble it all the way down to the foundation and then build it back up from there. They're worried about losing the historical fabric of it. The big thing is that the whole base is made out of limestone, Kasota stone. And we had a representative from Vetterstone over here a couple years ago. The pit that the Kasota stone came out of is still operating. So we would have the same stone that they put there 150 years ago. The brick and stuff might not be there, but it would be very similar to what was there. See, our biggest problem is we don't have any blueprints, we don't know how it was constructed. So that's kind of our falling down is we haven't been an invasive investigation study. It's all been external. They're just kind of guessing by Gaulian. But till we open it up, we really don't know what we're going to run into.
Isn't the base covered with something, so we don't even see the limestone, do
Correct.
we?
It's covered with gunite. It's sprayed on concrete. That was done in the mid-50s. And that was their, kind of like the downtown buildings that are all brick that got covered with stucco.
Yeah,
That was their Band-Aid to fix the problems that they were having at that time.
I
okay.
don't know, so I'll just ask, does the city own and maintain Herman? I have no idea.
Yes, yeah.
It belongs to the city?
Yes, it was gifted from the Sons of Herman's in the mid-20s, I think it was, to the city.
So then I take it the city has the budget for it.
Well,
Purposes
it's been,
maintained.
for upkeep and stuff we've done, but 25 years ago, there was a grant for $300,000 or $400,000 to paint and get rid of lead and do a bunch of updating at that time, basically lipstick stuff just to get it to look good. It's to that point again where we start to need to do some of that, but we're trying to there's been a water issue. The cornerstone was laid in 1880. The dedication to it was in 1897 when they had the monument on top and everything was finished. And like 1901 or 1903, we found newspaper articles dealing with water issues at that time already. So it's been 100+ years of.
Actually, I believe we still have a lot of the photos, don't we, when it's an ice castle inside?
Yeah, there's some place that,
We've got issues.
yeah, it's moist year round. So that's kind of the thing with this core drilling is to see if we can get it opened up without taking a big chunk out of it. Talking with these latest engineers, the base is in compression with the domes and everything. It's all leaning on that center column and the 4 buttresses around the edge on the outside. So everything's in compression. They're worried about if we open up a big spot that may go away and we may have
Problems.
bigger issues.
Is it similar in construction to the one in Missouri or Totalburg? The Herman?
I don't know of the one in Missouri. I guess don't have any knowledge.
Missouri,
Okay.
similar, and then of course, the one.
Yeah,
in
I don't think
Totalburg.
the one over in Germany, I think that one's totally different.
Something different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because we had one of our engineers has helped us out on research, and there are still Sons of Herman chapters across the states here yet.
Yeah,
And all that information, when they were doing the blueprints and stuff, had to get sent out to different chapters and get approved. He's reached out to the chapters that are still going, and nobody has any information. He's gone over to Germany and has found a couple pictures in some books and stuff, the same stuff that we have got. It's very limited. He has now reached out. He went on Ancestry and is reaching out to the builders, the general contractors that were listed at that time, to see if we can work back and see if their families may have some paperwork or information on it. So it's a daunting process to try to figure it out where we're going to go with it. And we want to get it, we just don't want to go in and put caulk and paint and everything on again. We want to try to get it so get this water issue solved to the best of our ability, and so we don't have to deal with it for another 150 years, but we'll see what happens. So,
Thank you, Elwood.
yep.
Anything else anybody's got to report or ask questions about? Then this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.